If, like me, you have a mirrorless camera, you'll most likely agree that the battery life is awful. So I actually use a PD power bank. It's literally just the kind of power bank that you'd have to charge your phone. It's one of them. PD, I'll tell you why that's important in a bit, that it has to be PD. You literally just plug it into your camera and it keeps your camera charged, at least for me, on my FUJI X-H2S, keeps it charged all day. Like, I'll finish a day and I've still got 50% charge on this and 100% charge on my internal battery. This one is made by Anker, not sponsored, but I'm going to link it because this is the one that I use and I couldn't recommend it enough. 20,000 milliamp, don't know what that means, but yeah, it's powerful. That's what it means. So why is this the best solution? Two reasons. It's probably the cheapest solution. It's better than buying multiple camera batteries and just having to replace them over and over, because they're not cheap, they're like £50 a battery. And I've seen a lot of people use V-mount D-tap batteries. They're good, but they're heavier than this and they don't actually hold as much charge as these do. So the way it works is you do still have to have your internal camera battery in your camera, and your camera is still technically powered by your internal battery. But what this does is you plug this into the USB port, this charges your camera battery while your camera battery is powering your camera. So a few things to note is that this does have to be a PD power bank. PD basically stands for, what does it stand for? What's the PD power bank? It's power delivery, I think. So PD stands for power delivery, which is a technology that not every power bank has. And it basically just means that it's quite powerful. So obviously if you're recording, that's going to drain your battery quite fast. And you need this to keep your battery charged while you're filming. I've actually been on shoots where I filmed for 1 hour and 45 straight and had this plugged into my camera. I checked my camera internal battery at the end of the shoot, it was still on 100%. So this is pretty good. I've had shoots where I filmed all day, I've checked the battery percent of the power bank and it's still been on 50% charge. Another thing to note is you have to make sure your mirrorless camera supports powering and charging through the USB-C port. If it doesn't support that, then obviously you can't use this. But most mirrorless cameras can do that. With just a quick search, you'll be able to find out. I've got the FUJI X-H2S and mine can do that. So how do you rig it to your camera? Bing bong. I use a lot of small rig parts for my camera and the parts aren't too expensive. If you want like a V-mount attachment, it's more expensive than buying these attachments. So I've got a clamp that goes onto this swivel mount. The names are going to be on screen, I can't remember the names. And then you can literally slide this into this clamp, screw it in place like that, and then just screw on these rods like this, and then that'll slide into your camera and then that's held in place. And obviously the wire just plugs into here and then into your camera. So what's actually good about this as well is it's light and it's almost the same size as the phone, just a bit thicker. So if you want, you don't have to have a rig like this. You could just put it in your pocket and then have a wire coming out of your pocket into your camera. And I've actually done that when I've had the camera on a gimbal. Obviously there's not really anywhere to rig this. And yeah, I've just kept this in my pocket, had a wire going from this into my camera while it's been on the gimbal. So yeah, I don't really know any other solution that is probably better than this because it's cheap. I've actually got 2 of these. I've never had to use more than 1 in 1 day of shooting, even when I've been shooting all day. So yeah, I'll link this below. You can get other ones as well. I just know that this one for certain does work. So it's up to you if you want to look for another one. Like, it's £25. I think if you got Amazon Prime, it's £16.99, so it's a pretty good price. I'm not getting paid to say this, by the way. That's pretty much all I can say about it. It's a battery, I don't want to bore you. I've got more videos coming out like this, so if you are interested, subscribe if you want. Like, ask any questions because I'll be active on the comments. Yeah, thank you.